Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to IFA. Thank you very much for setting the time aside to be with us, to listen to Beko's version of the future. I am actually really delighted to see so many of you today from the media. As you know, IFA is unique for our industry. It is the largest trade fair where basically every one of our competitors and us get a chance to talk about our product roadmap. We're very proud to be here. We have been part of this event for a very long time. We hope actually you enjoy all the products that we're showcasing over here and spend some time talking to my colleagues about all of the new innovations that we're bringing to market. I'm going to basically talk about what Beko focuses on. We believe that we believe in innovation that focuses on improving the everyday life of the consumer. We've transformed our business through innovation. Beko today basically is able to create what we call the world's first products, the world's most energy efficient refrigerator, the world's most silent refrigerator. These world's firsts are actually something we're extremely proud of because we believe that these technological innovations in our product ranges really make a difference in our consumers' everyday life. What do we base this work on? What are we trying to? What trends are we following? Well, we all know that the world is changing very, very fast. Some of the global trends are the demographic changes that are happening. We have an aging population. There's a big economic shift happening. As emerging markets grow and become wealthier, the world's center of gravity in terms of economic wealth creation is shifting to these emerging markets. This has an effect in terms of market growth. Urbanization is a big trend. Increasingly, consumers are living in dense cities, which mean less living space, which means very fast-paced lives. Sustainability is becoming an issue. As populations grow, cities get bigger. The environment is not just the concern of the consumers, but also us as a company. We feel responsibility, and we invest a lot of time, technology, and effort in this. Digital transformation. The whole world is becoming digital. I know that every company you visit over here will talk about connectivity, communication, smart homes. Well, we're definitely a part of that change. We're focusing a lot of energy on it. But we believe in innovation that makes a difference today to the consumer. I'll talk about these trends a little without going into too much detail. I promise not to bore you. We will also have a Q&A at the end of the session so you can ask more specific questions about these topics. So by 2030, we expect 1 billion more people to join the middle class, actually. If you think about it, today, 38% of the GDP comes from emerging markets. We believe by 2030, this number will be closer to 60%. This means new markets. This means a huge growth in businesses in these areas in developing countries as their share of GDP grows. 2/3 of the middle class globally will be living in Asia. This will explain Beko's focus a little bit on the Asia Pacific and our growth plans in emerging markets. We're expanding. We have as you know, or you may not know, Beko has a production facility in China. China is an important market for us. We're growing. We have a new factory in Thailand, which is operational. We have new subsidiaries in markets like Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand. So we are focusing a lot of our energy and growth on Southeast Asia. But not just in terms of sales and production. We are also investing in new R&D centers globally. We have a new R&D center in not only China, but also in Taiwan and Thailand. What is happening? Well, these are UN numbers. Developing countries, people are living longer. So the demographic, our customer description is changing. We need to make products that are easier to use, easier to understand, that interact, that are reliable, that have simple interfaces, that are easy to use, basically, instinctive controls. So we're focusing a lot of energy on this as well. Rapid urbanization will bring another reality as basically when you live in a city, time is much more limited. People are much busier, so we're not just only trying to create appliances which are energy saving, water saving in terms of sustainability, but time. Time is something very critical for us and something very dear to our heart. We are trying to create products which save consumers time. People will be living in smaller spaces, so we need to create appliances that fit in these smaller places, that make less noise so they don't disturb people. These are all actually facts that come from trying to understand the consumer and how we can better their daily lives. As I mentioned, sustainability will become vital, not just for the consumer, but for companies like us. We place a lot of emphasis on this. We are a signatory to the COP21 declaration. If you look at our past record in this regard, between 2010 and 2015, we reduced our greenhouse gas emissions by 51%. This is extremely significant, and this is voluntary. All of us at Beko believe, or every day when we get out of bed, we think how we can do something for the environment, how we can do something to leave a better future for our children. And we work in this way. So 51% reduction in greenhouse gases, 10% reduction in total water use. This is in production as well. 18% reduction in waste. This is just the past. We aim to accelerate these numbers going forward. All our factories have gold and platinum certificates in terms of efficiency and from a green perspective. Another big change, as we know, half the world will be connected to the internet. I mean, that now today sounds like it's not a huge number, but this is a massive number. And the possibilities it brings are endless. So basically, we will be focusing on analyzing data real time. Today we are investing in human resources, we are building software architecture, we are building basically software architecture, but also data analytics capabilities. We are working on making sense of all the data that connected appliances will create, and the sole purpose there is to be able to create better products for people, better lives for people in how they use the appliances. In our future, in our vision of the future, appliances will talk to each other. Appliances our relationship with appliances will stop being transactional. When I mean transactional, you press a button and it works. It'll be a relationship. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but appliances will talk back to you. They will understand what you're trying to do through repetitive behavior, and they will actually take action on their own, which will reduce the amount of time and energy the user has to invest in using their appliances. We have a small video that shows our version of the future. Let's watch that if you like for a few minutes. It's my birthday in 2 weeks, so I told our head of R&D who's sitting here that I want one of those wands as well. This is our vision of the future. And I'm happy to say that we are working today on the future. And we will showcase many products here which are far along the way. We believe that these products really will make a difference in people's everyday life. How are we going to do this? Well, technology and design are obviously central, but we believe that the user interface is everything. So I think we are at a time in history. Normally it's either technology that drives something, design that drives another direction. These two have to merge and work perfectly to create the most seamless user interface. We need to use digital technology to transform the way we manufacture our goods. And we are doing that today. Industry 4.0 is very much a reality. Our investment in Romania, which will be hopefully up and running in a year, I'm looking at our CTO, will be almost as close to a dark factory as we can get. The purpose here is to create efficiency, again, to be more sustainable. Arçelik has a very long history. We started in 1955, almost 60 years ago, producing washing machines. Obviously, we have transformed the business over 6 decades. Today, we have 27,000 people in 15 factories in 6 countries. Actually, if we were to add our latest acquisition, Pakistan, to that, which hasn't closed yet, we're waiting for regulatory approval, that would be 30,018 factories in 7 countries. We have 10 brands in 130 countries. Our most global brand is Beko, which I'm sure you recognize. With Beko, we have been the fastest growing brand in Europe for the past 7 years. We lead the freestanding market. I'm sure, well, some of you may not know, but we are market leaders in the UK, in Poland. We're number 1 in Eastern Europe, number 2 in Western Europe. So we're very, very proud of all the achievements that we have had in Europe, and we will continue this fast pace of growth. When we look at future growth areas, we are focusing on the Asia-Pacific. Asia-Pacific, as I explained, for all the trends, is where the growth in our industry will come. It's actually the largest market for appliances. Thailand has become a regional manufacturing hub for us. And well, I'm happy to say that as a Turk myself, we are proud of the role that we have played many, many centuries back in development of commerce through the Silk Road. The Silk Road goes through Turkey, as you know. Well, today we want to recreate the Silk Road as a Beko road, and we want to actually, all the way from Turkey to China, gain dominant positions in emerging markets. So we're focusing a lot of effort, and our Pakistan acquisition is part of that strategy. Our Thailand factory is part of that strategy. The US is another area of focus for us. It's the second largest market in the world. We believe by bringing product technology and real features that make a difference in users' daily lives, as I keep mentioning, we will be able to make a difference in the US market. It'll take time. We've established our company in Chicago, and we've opened an R&D office in Boston. We're already part of MIT Labs project development team, so we've been in America for some time, but we believe we will accelerate our growth over there with products that are designed for the American consumer. And today you'll have a chance to see some of those products. I'm sure many of you will notice the difference to what's available today in the US market. We're in over 100 countries with our Beko brand now. We aim to be among the leading top 3 in the markets that we operate. And we are steadily moving towards the days where we believe the consumer will choose Beko over our competition. How will we do this? I keep stressing this, but innovation, innovation, innovation. We have more than 1,000 R&D engineers working every day tirelessly in 11 centers around the world, trying to better the everyday life of the consumer. How do we know we're doing the right thing? Well, the World Intellectual Property Agency, WIPO, just released a report last week, and Beko is number 78 globally in terms of patent applications. Now, it may come as a surprise to you, but this puts us ahead of companies like Boeing, Shell, I believe Microsoft was on that list too. But anyway, being part of the leadership team of a company that is creating intellectual property at this rate and is among the top 100 companies globally is something that makes me very proud. And I know a lot of this intellectual property creation will reflect in our products, will reflect in our future product roadmaps. And I hope you see and feel that today in our booth. We are partners with our customers. We really take the consumer to the center of our heart. Today, Rajan will share with you some of the details of what we're doing. But clearly, we don't see ourselves as an appliance manufacturer. We see ourselves as a partner to the consumer. We see ourselves as part of their everyday lives, and we all feel this with a passion. We want to cement this partnership, and we're doing a lot of work around that. I'd like to invite Rajan, my colleague, who will go into a little bit of detail of how we plan to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hakan, and good afternoon, one and all, and once again, welcome to the Beko booth. Today, I'm delighted and excited to be given the opportunity of unveiling to you some of our latest innovations that we're about to launch here at IFA 2016. And today, you got a front row seat to see some of these innovations firsthand. At the end of the tour, I do encourage you, at the end of the conference, I do encourage you to join the tour, and you can see some of these products in more detail. Before I talk about the innovations, I think the first thing I would like to talk about is the official partner of the Everyday. This is a campaign that we launched in 2016 worldwide, and it's a campaign that embodies how we start to understand the consumer and we design products and solutions to transform their everyday lives. I'll play a very short video for you that gives you a better understanding of this.
The name on this sleeve means we're the official partner of FC Barcelona. The name on everything else we make means we're the official partner of every you and every me. We're the official partner of Midnight Adventurers. After the party heroes. We're the official partner of you forgetting her birthday. Yes, you. And the way you will fix it. Starting the diet. Tomorrow? Yes, we're the official partner of Diet-A-Layers too. We are the official partner of money left in pockets. And of those odd socks when you're running late. We're the official partner of the lucky t-shirt. We're the official partner of rising, falling, and getting up again. We're the official partner of this team spirit. And this one. We are Beko. We are the official partner of the Everyday.
So understanding consumers for us is essentially important as we bring new products and solutions to our consumers and transform their lives to be easier and simpler. In fact, what we're doing in Berlin, probably about 20 minutes away from here, is we have a home with real people and real families experiencing our Beko products. Today we did some live recording of their insights to give us an understanding of how they're using the appliances, and once again I'd like to share some of that insight with you.
Hi everyone, welcome to IFA. My name's Kerry and I'm staying I'm here in this beautiful Bed Beko home in Berlin. The whole house has been kitted out with lots of brilliant Beko appliances, which will be put to great use throughout the week. If you'd like to see how we get on, follow me over on my blog, and in the meantime, here's what we've been up to in the first 24 hours in the house. Enjoy the rest of IFA. Bye! Dinner's ready! Are you ready for some dessert? This split oven is ready, proof and great. I've been able to cook chocolate brownies in the bottom and a chicken pie in the top, and I know that it will get put to great use for the rest of the week because Harry and Amelia are both fussy eaters, so I'll be able to cook them different meals at the same time. Brilliant! Thank you, Beko. We love this dishwasher. We've just had our first big family meal and we've managed to fit everything inside, no problem. As a mum, the thing I love the most about it is got this iron guard technology, which means you don't do any chemicals at all and it keeps odours at bay. The kids have been out in the garden today and making chocolate brownies, so as you can imagine they're covered in stains and food. So that's where Beko's washing wear function comes in handy. It means I can chuck in all the washing and it'll be ready to go in just under 2 hours. And it means that we can do something much more fun. We love this Beko fridge, which is great because it means we can stock it up with lots of great fresh food and veg and it'll last for longer.
Okay, so these are real people and real families that will give us insight, and they will be in this house for the next few weeks. I do encourage, especially our press corps, if you want to visit this home, we can make arrangements with our staff to showcase this to you firsthand. Okay, so enough about that. I'd like to now go into some of our new product technologies. We'll talk about innovation in cooling and in Everfresh plus 0 degrees Celsius specifically. In laundry care, we'll talk about air therapy. In dishwashers, we'll talk about Iron Guard. And then in cooking, we have 3 major technologies that we will showcase to you. Firstly, let's talk about laundry. First, let's talk about the cooling category. In the cooling category, we have a new technology called Everfresh Plus Zero. In 2015, we launched Everfresh Plus, which was suitable for fruits and vegetables, keeping them fresher for longer. In 2016, we've extended this innovation by adding the 0 degrees function, which helps keep meat, poultry, and fish fresher for up to 3 times longer. So this is an additional feature. To complement this big innovation, we are still leading in energy efficiency. Now, most refrigerators in the market are A+++, but we are 30% more efficient, and that's a major benefit to our consumers. We're also proud to announce that we have the lowest noise level in the industry of refrigerators at 34 decibels. If those that you, just to compare what that sounds like, it actually sounds like a whisper. Okay, so that's a big benefit for those consumers that want refrigerating with low noises. Moving on to the laundry segment. We are proud to introduce to you the latest innovation of world technology called air therapy. It's the first for warm air circulation. Now, this technology has 4 major features. One is a refresh program, so it refreshes your garments within 30 minutes, which is a major feature and important for those consumers that want a convenient life. An anti-crease function, so if you leave your laundry in your washing machine for up to 6 to 7 hours, when you take them out, they will be crease and wrinkle free. The third major feature is Drum Clean Plus. It prevents bad odors in the drum, which happens on most conventional washing machines. And the fourth and last feature is the Clean and Wear function. In this function, it helps to wash, dry, and wrinkle free and have your clothes ready to wear in 120 minutes. Moving on to the dishwasher segment. We're proud to launch a new innovation called Iron Guard technology. So with Iron Guard, basically it's the world's first chemical and gas-free injection of ions into the washing machine, so it helps with odor-free and removal of dishwasher. Ultimate Glass Care Solutions helps keep your glasses longer. And the third major feature is the Auto Glass Shield technology, prolonging the lifetime of your glasses for up to 20 times. I'll now go on to the cooking section and talk about the innovations in cooking. We have, like I said, 3 major technologies. Firstly, in terms of split and cook, this is the dual oven cooking process. You can bake a cake on one level and have a roast chicken on another level. There is no polarizing and tainting or transfer of aromas and smells. So this is a very valuable function for our consumers. To complement that, we also have surf technology, which is the first in the world. So on the sides of the oven, we have warm air blowing into both the upper and the bottom levels of the oven. That helps for even cooking for both the dishes that you have in the oven. And that's a major feature that consumers will enjoy. In addition to this, we also have new hob to hood technology. So we have multiple sensors in the hob and the hood that connect with each other and identify the different zones that we have on the hob, and that allows for maximum extraction. I'll talk more about that in a few minutes, but that is basically 3 major world innovations that will transform the lives of our consumers. So moving on to the hob and hood technology specifically. So hob-to-hood connectivity allows for more command over your cooking. So it's basically your hob and your hood talking to themselves. We also have a Pro Smart Hood for lower efficiency and lower energy consumption and noise levels, and direct access control induction hob. And this is easy direct control and adjustment. So to complement these major domestic appliances, we also have a range of small domestic appliances. And this year at IFA, we will launch 4 new models or 4 new categories to complement the big range that we have and the major domestic. One is the kitchen machine. The second one is a coffee maker, bean-to-cup espresso maker. The third is the iron, the Steam Extra. And the fourth is the Silent Storm EcoSmart vacuum cleaner. Now, I'm not going to explain too much of this in detail in this session, but once again, we do hope you join us on the tour and we can give you a first-hand experience of how these small domestic appliances work. So what I've been through is innovations in 4 of our key categories that we compete in. And ultimately, we're trying to make a big difference in our consumers' life, improving the quality of their lives and how they engage. We are soon becoming a smart partner. We are soon becoming an eco partner. We are also a social partner, and finally, an official partner of the everyday. The official partner of play is a bridge started with the official partner of everyday, where we try to. It's an important value within the Beko brand, and as we try to connect with our consumers and allow our appliances to help them free up time to engage with their family and enjoy the finer things in life, the official partner of play is it's really a very important part of the brand strategy. And I'd like to show you a small clip or video of how this comes to life. So we want the brand Beko aligned with FCB to inspire and help families and real people and kids enjoy and play. And I think the values that FCB have and the values that Beko has is very much aligned. And together, we are building a partnership where we engage and ensure that this is translated to the consumer. The partnership that we have with Barcelona started in 2014, in June 2014, and it's a love affair that started because we have shared values. And This is a partnership that allows us to translate not only our brand awareness to 300 million people around the world and 1 billion viewers around the world, it is also an avenue for us to connect with our consumers and getting them to experience our products in a way that transforms their lives. The best way for me to describe how we actually do that and how we transform consumers' lives is to introduce to you very soon a legend of Barcelona that will give you an understanding of how the values that we have as a brand is aligned to the values of Barcelona. Now, this is an individual that has achieved many things in his sporting career. He has 2 championship medals. He's won 4 La Liga medals. He's been instrumental in Barcelona's success over the last 4 years. And what's very important is to understand the way Barcelona play, which is very entertaining, it is very skillful, and it's very tactical. That ultimately results in them achieving what they do. At Beko, we try to do the same thing with having appliances that are technologically advanced and transforms the lives of our consumers. I'll play the video you show, probably gave you a short preview of who I'm talking about. Played for club and country and has been probably the envy of most footballers around the world of what he's achieved, but also admired by many fans, including myself. And with that, I'd like to introduce you to Eric Abidal. Good afternoon, Eric, and welcome. And so glad to have you on stage. I feel so excited being in the presence of greatness, if I put it that way. I think what I'd like to do, Eric, is just ask a few general questions about yourself and obviously your life at a great iconic brand and a club like FC Barcelona. And perhaps you can maybe share some of those insights with us. I guess the first question, the most important one, was as a youngster and as a player of an iconic brand like FCB, what does it mean for you?
Good afternoon. For me, it was a dream when I was young. My goals was to be football players and the opportunity also to play in the best team in the world. But what was a difficult stuff because the level of the exigencies always every year want to achieve the goals, to share the experience with people, with players, and also for my culture. And the sport and also in the Football Club Barcelona is not only play football, it's not only win games, it's also to live all together, have good friends, because teamwork is more important than victories and trophies.
Thank you. That's very interesting. I think that you've played in a football club with many stars and yourself being a star. And what's very important, perhaps, is the values that you have in the club that grounds the mega stars in a way that helps you to work as a team. What are some of the things they tell you in the change room and just in the club itself in terms of how to have humility, be humble, and not, have a big head, if I put it that way?
No, never. I think this is the most important. You are a big company or big clubs, but a lot of big players like Messi, like Ronaldo are very humble. They win many trophies. They are maybe the best player in the world. But it's, I think, the best thing we can have in the sports. To share the values, loyalty, trust, teamwork, friendship, to be better every day is not to come to train and that's enough. You have to work hard to achieve the goals at the end of the seasons.
Great. I guess the next question I've got to ask you, Abidal, is that in your quest and achievement of success and what you've done in your life, you've probably had many highlights, scored many winning goals in El Clasico finals, and but you probably had some lowlights as well. Either or, can you comment on some of that?
Yes, with Barcelona we won a lot of trophies like Champions League, like Liga, etc. Was the best moments, but during in 2011 and 2012, I have liver transplant. Was a bad moment for me. but with the support of the community, support of the club, of the players. They give me the strength to fight against this disease. And finally, the victory is the victory of the team, the victory of the country, of the people, and also with my family. And I think all these things in the sports can help you to fight for the bad moments. So thank you, people. Thank you, football. Thank you, sports. Because with sports, you have a better mentality, I think.
Great. So before you leave the stage, one final question. In terms of our partnership with the FCB, and obviously you all proudly that Beko logo on the side, what does it mean for players and the club, this partnership and how we engage with you?
First of all, I think it's like not only the image, this is the value. Respect people. I think Beko respect a lot of families. They make a project, a big project, and the best project in the world. Very humble people. Thank you, Mr. And the partnership with Barcelona is also what I said, the values, sharing experience, not only on sports, and give access to people, share time with people, with families. And my dream is have a freezer like Beko in my kitchen. Okay. Yes, to be honest, we have a lot of brands. But to have one fridge like this with Barcelona design is something amazing. Okay. You imagine last 10 years was impossible. Yeah. Now it's possible.
Okay. Now you haven't seen what's underneath there because that's what we're going to do right now. And thank you for that insight.
Sorry.
Please remain on the stage. I'd like to call Mr. Hakan to please come up and help me. So over the course of the last few months, we've been engaging with Barcelona and our partners to firstly understand we have 300 million supporters and habit fans of the brand. And through some insight, there's been a need to create some appliances for these crazy fans. And today, we're about to unveil at least 4 appliances that will connect with these consumers. If I can
before we do that, Eric, I have to, you really are an inspiration to me. I mean, not only success in sports, but coming back from an illness like that, and
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you
really
very
proud
much.
to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we can. He kind of gave away the surprise. I guess you can guess what it is, right?
Sorry.
Why don't you come in? No, it's good. I mean, but it's nice to have him dreaming about a Beko refrigerator. Shall we? Now, obviously, I have one of these in my home already. Why don't you come to the other side and let's maybe get a picture for the gentleman. Thank you. Soon you'll be able to buy these in stores. We expect you all to become Barcelona fans and have one in your kitchen. Thank you very much. Eric, really, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.